Okay.
Hi, thank you for joining us for Arizona Real Estate TV. My name is Kim.
I'm Tova.
And we are here today at the Southern Arizona Home Builders Association, S.A.H.B.A. Home Show. We aim to provide relevant information with regards to you and your home, and also to provide additional information about the services and products that the businesses here are offering. And we're going to include some pet and critter information.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoy it. Good afternoon, everybody. My name's TR. This is Kim. This is Mark with Animal Experts. And they are a great wildlife business. Business?
Yeah, we do services for domestic and wild animals.
Okay, great. So we're interviewing them because they have a great approach toward wildlife. Instead of, you see so many businesses, extermination. Do you have pests? Every pest down here that's in the wildlife. But we don't look at it that way, and either do the Animal Experts. So tell us kind of what you do in a nutshell, first of all. What's your why do people contact you?
Probably about 80% of our calls are wildlife. What people don't know is we do a lot of domestic animals. If you look on my logo right here, you're going to see a cat. It's supposed to be a feral cat and a skunk. And how that occurred is I retired from animal control. I was a field operations commander there. But back about, I'm showing my age here, about 22 years ago, animal control stopped doing wildlife, and that was one of the jobs that I had. So a lot of my dispatchers were asking me, what are we going to do about people that call in for snakes? What are we going to do about skunks and people that have like 30 million cats in their backyard?
Right.
So a light bulb went off. I started At this business just out of my backyard while I was still working for animal control. Started getting busy, and then I hired my employee who also works for animal control.
And his name is Jeff.
And his name is Jeff.
Yeah.
And it kind of just sprung from there. You know, I continued to work for another 28 years. As you can see, I'm not. And I've had that for 22.
started when you were 5,
I was
right?
5 years old.
Got it.
So thank you. You're my new best friend.
And we were two when we started.
So I've had this business while I was working there, and that's why we had to hire a lot of employees. But we went from just doing cats and skunks, we added on doing bears, raccoons, coatimundas, Gila monsters, rattlesnakes. We pretty much do everything.
Just about everything
Yeah.
that's out in wildlife.
Right. We've even had a lot of exotics. You know, when I used to live in Florida, I did I did alligators there. So I mean,
Wow.
I've pretty much done quite a bit.
So what happens? Someone finds a critter in their front yard.
Right.
That they can't get rid of.
Can't get
you
rid
know,
of.
It's
Right.
decided to make a home.
Right. They
Right.
give you guys a call, and then what happens from that point on?
Well, you know, the first thing they want to know is, do we have to pay you or not? Because a lot of times they'll call up and they'll think that we're a government agency.
Right.
It's tax-based.
Right.
So the first thing that we tell them, we are a private company and we charge for our services.
Right, sure.
However, there are a lot of times that we do a lot of pro bono work. If there's some lady that calls up and she's 89 years old, she's got a snake inside her house, we're not going to let that go. We're just going to go out and do it for free.
Right.
So, and then we do a lot of services for free. But to answer your question, there's everything from people getting pack rats out of their yard. They get skunks up underneath their sheds, so raccoons up in their attics. And so every single one of these that we get, we release them. You know, we do it humanely. We don't like to use anything that hurts animals. So probably about 9 out of the 10 animals that we get, we release them back into the desert.
And see, that's the whole reason I wanted to talk to we wanted to talk to animal experts, is because they do a humane trap,
Right.
and then they'll release them because they are part of our system. They're part of our ecosystem. They're
Right.
part of life, you know. And
Right.
instead of exterminating them, we decide to relocate them, or at least get
Right.
them out of your house, so you don't have to chase something around with a broom
Exactly.
and kill the poor animal. They're just trying to make a living,
So
you know.
what are the most common animals that you would find that you get calls for, particularly in residential areas?
Well, this time, you know, we're in October right now, so
Right.
usually from April till October, on the hour, we get rattlesnake calls. Now, if you're not familiar with it, Tucson is probably in the top 3 in the nation for the amount of rattlesnake calls that we get. So
Wow.
we're a private company, and we probably do maybe about 2,000 rattlesnake calls. Not just rattlesnakes, but other snakes too. I mean, there's a company that's a private fire company, Rural Metro.
Right.
They do more rattlesnake calls in the Catalina foothills than any other place in the United States.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's right there. Now, we have one table display over here that's just on pack rats, which they call them wood rats. They're probably the #1 nuisance animal here in Tucson because of the damage they
What
do.
happens? Do they get into your home and start
Right.
choose? I've actually heard pack rats can get up into your car, chew the
Right.
wires,
Exactly. Yeah.
stuff like that.
And they
And-
multiply like crazy, right?
Pardon me?
They multiply like crazy.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
And that's
Almost
what
a sex
happens.
rabbit.
One of the typical calls that we get, somebody will call up and they'll say, I'm hearing scratching in my ceiling. And I usually say, is it in your bedroom? And they're kind of like, I'm a genius, like, how did you know? And I say, you know, it's like, well, if you're sleeping in your bed, you hear it, you're not going to hear it in your dining room.
Right,
So
right.
that's one of the places. And you are right as far as how they get into your car engine. In fact, we have specific things that we use or educate people just on what to use if they get into your car engine.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, is you can help educate. I mean, these animals may somehow get into their house or into their yards, and they don't
Right.
want them there. But to educate people on how to react to them,
Right.
give them their space,
Right.
or to how to equip your house or do any repairs necessary,
Exactly.
holes such as like
Right.
that, to keep them from getting in your attic and in your house.
Right.
Right. Is there anything maybe that you find in common, like for a snake call, for example? Well, snakes wouldn't be good. Like pack rat, for example. When you get it called out for pack rat, do you maybe find things in common from home to home to home that may be attracting them, or do you think they just kind of come in because they're just
Great question.
they want a home, good decorating?
Great
I don't know,
question.
nice curtains.
This is one of the things that TR and I talked about earlier, exactly what you just said. So we do a lot of education. The difference between us, we're actually called a wildlife control company. We're not a pest control. And you have to understand that a lot of my good friends own pest control companies, but they're different as far as the way they run their companies. They want your business monthly. They want to be able to come out and take care of it. What we want to do is resolve the problem. So like with certain animals like squirrels and pack rats, what we do is we trap them, and then once we're done trapping them, we try to prevent them from coming back. And one of the things is odor. It's odor with every animal, so you got to get rid of the urine odor. And then we use a deterrent, and we use coyote urine. Now, with that said, a lot of times they don't really have to call us back because they can do preventative maintenance. They can buy coyote urine where we show them where they can buy it, and then they can clean their yard. So people are saying, but you're losing business. Well, you know, God blesses us, you know. We get a lot of referrals. People say, you know what, we've been dealing with pack rats. We called animal experts out. They showed us what to do. You guys should call them out too, and they could, or you know, maybe they'll educate you on this.
Or like
way.
you said, get a coyote, have them piss in a cup, and you're good to go.
You know,
I'm allowed to say that.
You know what? I'll tell you, that's one of the most common things they'll say. How do you get the coyote urine? You know?
Just be still.
Yeah, you know, it's like we grab them, we just bear hug them, you know, squeeze that pee right out of them, you know. No, actually, it's done in sanctuaries and zoos. You know, they put them in these large cages, and there's stainless steel bottoms, and it just drains right in there. But yeah, there's different ways. I mean, like a lot of their zoos, they sell everything. You know.
Okay, I have a great question for you. Does human urine work?
No.
Okay.
And you know, that is the one question because
I've heard that from people, and I wanted to get that straight.
When we started doing this back 20 years ago, this is what Jeff used to tell people. He'll say, look, I know men like to go outside, have a cigarette, you know, and of course men like to urinate outside, so why don't you just pee in the cup, put it out in the sun, all the water evaporates, and you got lyophilized brown urine, you know, but it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
No, and obviously dog urine doesn't work because if you look at our tables display over there, they use dog poop to build their nest.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the next question is, they say, why don't we use the king of the desert and use mountain lion urine? The pack rats don't know that a mountain lion is their predator. Okay, so you use predator to prey. So if it's a squirrel, we use fox urine. And we have a list for people, you know, if they're having raccoon problems, they use coyote urine. If they have skunk problems, we use fox. Mainly it's fox, wolf, and coyote. Those are the three different types of urines that we use.
Okay.
Or PP, if you want to call it.
Or whiz.
I have another question for you. Since I have cats, and I know a lot of people have cats, there are a lot of dog owners here in Tucson too. But if you have cats, what are the birds of prey? And what is the biggest cat they take away, or the smallest cat they can take away? They can come down and fly and sink their talons in.
Female great horned owls, and all the raptor families with their hawks and owls and falcons and parrots, the females are always bigger.
Okay.
Now, when you look at a large great horned owl, take all the feathers off, they only weigh 3 pounds, but they could take a 10-pound cat.
A 10-pound cat.
Yeah.
So they can take it. So all you people out there who have cats, 10 pounds and under.
Right. Here's one of the.
Keep an eye and shadow them if you're going to be outdoors with them, because that's what we do. We take them out on the patio, but we're their shadow.
Exactly.
And we walk around with them, and if we see anything, any kind of a bird of prey in the distance, it's inside.
Right.
Yeah. Playtime is over. So
the three problems that we have with pets, more than anything, is coyotes, bobcats, and birds of prey. One of the most common questions that we have, people call up and they're frantic, they're crying, they'll say that, you know, that I was walking my dog and a coyote came up from behind and just ran off with my dog.
Right.
Now, I'll tell you, I would have nightmares for the rest of my life.
Sure.
Or they're out in the backyard, a bobcat jumps over the fence, grabs their Shih Tzu, off it goes.
Off they go.
So what we found is they'll call us and they'll say, can you trap these bobcats? Can you trap the coyotes? We can do that, but what ends up happening, it leaves an empty void and more bobcats come in.
They come in.
So what we tell people, especially like doctors and nurses, they work 12-hour shifts, the hour to get to work, hour back. You can't keep your dog inside a crate for 14 hours.
Right.
So what we usually tell people, you have your backyard, you have your front yard. What's on your side yard? Nothing. People put their garbage there. Knock out the side of your house, whether it's a bedroom or a kitchen, whatever it is, and on the outside put an animal enclosure there. They can go through the
very
doggy door. You could put a misting system on there.
Fence it,
you could put
fence it in.
Yeah, fence it right in.
Cover
And
it.
more people have done it. We did a thing on KVOA. We actually did a thing in Arizona Daily Star on that, and we had more people call us saying, it's ingenious. I just lost my animal, but I've been trying to figure out a way of my animal not being eaten by a predator, you know? So
Right. So
Yeah.
that's a great solution. You know,
right.
if you're gone away.
And a lot of these
all day,
things, you know, people say, well, what if I sell my house? Well, what's it cost to fix that
To
hole
fix
in your
it.
wall?
Sure.
The outside kennel run, you could just take it with you, you know? And it's really not that much because you're just putting down stepping stones or block or brick or whatever it is so that you can hose it down.
Absolutely.
Okay. So pretty much, just to recap, you help homeowners get rid of critters that they really don't want
Sure.
and that pest control wouldn't necessarily be able to help you with, right?
Right.
So they give you a call, you come out to their home, remove it. Fees are contingent based on what you need to do, what it all entails.
Exactly.
Okay. And do you have a website you'd like to direct people
Right.
to?
Our website is www.animalexpertaz.com. And we invite you to go to our Facebook also. We always are putting new stuff on Facebook every day. Just Facebook fan page, like us, and you'll see us every day on there.
Great
So,
work. Thank you.
yeah, you
so
guys should
much.
join Facebook. Are you on
We'll
Facebook?
join your Facebook if you
Yeah.
join ours.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
We'll tag team.
So-
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. So, Animal Expert. We are here at the S.A.H.B.A, the Southern Arizona Home Builders Association show, and we are speaking with Ellie with the Pima Animal Care Center. Now, Ellie, what is your main goal here at Pima Animal Care Center?
Well, today actually and this weekend we have two main goals. One of our first goal is to find more homes for these animals that are currently living in our shelter.
Okay.
Our second goal for this weekend is to spread the word to the community that we do exist and we do need your help.
Awesome. Great. Now, you are adoption.
That's correct.
Absolutely promoting adoption versus going to a pet store, going to a breeder. I'm not saying breeders are bad people or anything, but instead of going to a breeder or a pet store, these are wonderful animals who need second chances.
That's correct.
And they're very loving, and you know, they really need a home. And so, you know, if you are looking for animals, you know, to bring in, if you're looking for a companion, consider coming down to the Pima Animal Care Center, you know, and adopting an animal. Now, do you have dogs, cats? What animals do you
Our
have?
shelter currently has over 300 animals available.
Wow. That's a lot.
It is a lot. We have every size, shape, color, and breed that you could possibly desire.
Wow.
You will find it in our shelter.
And I bet you guys get a lot of purebreds.
We absolutely do. Yes, we do. We get a lot of purebreds. I know people don't come because they think that all of our dogs are mixed breed, and honestly, most of them are medium-sized mixed breed dogs. But that's okay because those dogs are unique in their own.
Absolutely.
You'll never have a dog like anybody else.
Right.
So we promote our mixed breed dogs for that reason.
And who is this that you have here?
This is Missy.
Missy's pretty
Yeah, and
sweet.
she was a little stray dog.
Timid.
And as you can see, she's very sweet and little, and most people might not expect that they could find a cute little dog like this in a shelter, but we actually have lots of these little guys.
Yeah.
How is it that they come to you?
Sometimes people bring them in because they find them. We also have a field enforcement crew, our officers. You see the big trucks driving around Tucson. So people will call us and say that they found a stray dog, or maybe somebody has injured a dog, and so we'll pick those dogs up, especially if they're in distress, and we'll bring them to the shelter. And a small percentage of the community has to bring in the pets that they own, whether it's because of the economy or
Someone
deployment.
passes away. I know a lot
Yes.
of, if someone passes away, then they don't know what to do with their animals.
That's correct.
And they bring them into you. Yeah.
I never thought of
Where do you
deployment.
get?
Oh yeah, that's a.
It's a big
We're
thing with
working
elderly
on
people.
Well, no, deployment.
deployment. Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So we're working on, we're trying to collaborate with our local Air Force Base here and try to reach out to our military community and see if maybe some people who are deployed here or likewise living on that military base can help out with their fellow military folks and take the dogs on for the few months that they're gone.
That's great.
Because it's really hard it's really sad that our military people have to make such a huge sacrifice on top of the one they're already making.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, where do you get funding from? Where does your funding come from?
We are tax funded. We're your government, local.
Local government taxes. Okay. And I think one of the biggest things, we have such a huge, well, I feel we do. You can back it up. I feel we have a really big problem with overpopulation with domestic animals that end up going into shelters, end up being euthanized, and nobody wants to see that happen. I mean, these are beautiful, wonderful companions, and I think one of the biggest things that we can do as a community is to spay and neuter your pet.
You're absolutely correct. And it's not just a problem, it's a crisis.
Yes.
Our shelter takes in almost 30,000 animals every single year. And
That's how many you euthanize?
no, that's how many just come in.
Okay,
30,000.
so you're bringing in 30,000 a year. That is an incredible amount, and to try to adopt those out to people is an incredible feat.
Yeah, well, we've kind of adopted a new slogan. It's no more petless homes.
No more pet.
How about no
Yeah.
pet left
There we
behind?
go.
Yeah, no pet left behind.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
so-
when someone comes down to your agency to adopt some, cat, do you have cats?
Yeah.
Okay, cats or dogs. You make sure that they're spay or neutered before they go out to those people.
That's correct.
great.
They're actually spayed and neutered is our number one priority.
That's great.
But also identification and
Chipping.
yeah, we do microchipping. They also get their license and they're vaccinated because we are part of the health department. We're a branch of the health department, so we want to protect our community and the children and other pets. So they have their parvo distemper vaccine, their rabies vaccine, then a microchip, then spaying and neutering.
Okay.
And also just wanted to let the community know that if you are in a place where you want to keep your animal and can't keep it because of lack of funds for spaying and neutering,
Right.
Pima County is one of the funders for the largest spay-neuter incentive in Tucson called OWASA. And so all you would have to do is contact OWASA, and most of Tucson qualifies for a free spay and neuter.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys, since it's funded by tax dollars, do you do any donations? Do you take any kind of?
Yes.
You're not going to turn those down.
No.
So if people wanted to donate, say, food or even blankets.
Yep. We actually, if you go online, we have a wish list.
Great.
We also have an Amazon wish list, so that if you didn't want to drive down to our place, you could just order some inexpensive things off Amazon, and they'll mail them right to us.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So what is the website that people can contact your wonderful agency at?
We're at pimaanimalcare.org.
That's great. Ellie, thank you so much, and thank you, Missy.
Thank you too.
And yeah, ciao.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. It was
We're gonna
nice to
edit
meet you.
that
You
out.
too.
Standing
God,
here
I just
with
get it.
Rosie on the house. Rosie hosts a radio show on KNST Saturday mornings at 8 a.m.
That's
for
right.
the last 25 years. And he's going to give us some tips and maybe ideas and hints on things to do this fall for our house in particular.
You know, we're out at the home show, the S.A.H.B.A home show at the convention center, and it's a great time to shop home improvements right now because even though the economy has come back a bit, the real estate values are beginning to climb back out of the depths that they were in.
Yeah.
You can still buy home remodeling and renovations and improvements at a very competitive price, and then the home and the improvement appreciates together as we're going to be continuing to come out of this slump that we're in,
Good.
or that we have been in. We all know it's gotten a lot better.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Tucson has set records for how fast it's recovering,
Right,
but we still have a little ways to go.
We do.
Right.
We do have a ways to go. But
No.
yeah, we've noticed it. A lot of home
Yeah, you
builders
can see it.
as well.
Homes
as
are staying on the market a little less
Oh.
than before. Are there any in particular improvements that you would suggest considering?
Well, there's nothing. There's a study out done by Remodeling Magazine that tells you what you can expect each addition. They have 20 different projects, and they tell you which one of those projects will probably give you your highest return on investment. And you cannot possibly get more return on your investment than adding a second bathroom in a house that's only 1 3/4 bath.
Okay.
You can't go wrong there.
Right.
And then kitchen remodels,
Right.
and you can do all different levels of just resurfacing, refacing, repainting, or complete replacement. Because we all know when we're out there shopping for that home, it's location, 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 but it's
Kitchen.
But that's right.
Kitchen.
The guys are thinking location, location, location. And I always tell them, look, forget location. Buy the kitchen your wife likes, or you're going to be in an apartment and she's going to be in the house.
That's right. I've always heard that the woman is actually the one that chooses the house.
Oh,
that true?
Oh, absolutely.
absolutely.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much. Do you have
Yeah.
a website you'd like to direct us to?
You know, we're at rosieonthehouse.com. It's Arizona's favorite resource for finding screened contractors. It's the #1 contractor referral directory in Arizona. Tune in Saturday morning 8 to 11. We're free information, and it's our goal to be every Arizona homeowner's best friend.
Nice.
Awesome. That's great.
Thank you very much. It was very nice to meet you.
And nice
Rosie.
meeting y'all.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, here we are. We're with Julie for Solana Outdoor Living. Now, you guys like to be considered more, not only in outdoor living, but construction.
Absolutely. We specialize in constructing outdoor living spaces.
Awesome. So you could do anything from a kitchen, you know, whole outdoor kitchen, to water features, fire pits, hardscaping, all that kind of stuff.
A little bit of everything. We encourage people to dream it, and then we make those dreams come true.
Awesome.
Nice.
And I'll bet you nothing is too small or too big for you guys.
Not at all. We do everything from a very small little remodel project to a huge brand new construction project.
Okay, and I hear that you have a new design center here in the Tucson area.
We do. It's located on the corner of Thornydale and Tangerine. It's in the Fry's Marketplace Shopping Center.
Great, and that's in the Marana area, so we're northwest. It's a beautiful design center. You also have designers that will be willing to work with people. So if you're a little bit design hindered, what do you call it?
Design challenged.
Design challenged. Like me, I'm speaking challenged. If you're design challenged, Julie and her crew will help you come up with just a great plan for your yard.
Now, is there one common theme that you find that homeowners want in their yard?
They want spectacular. I think
Spectacular.
that is the theme. They want what not everybody else has, but rather they want custom.
Do they?
Something that we look at their lifestyle. We take all of that into consideration when we do the design, just to make sure that it fits their lifestyle.
Right.
Everybody is different. We have such a great climate here, so we encourage people to get outside. So no matter what time of year it is, we can get out there.
Yeah, and being outdoors and having all this extra outdoor space in your yard, you can do, being construction minded, the overheads, keep the sun from blaring in on you, in the summer. And in the winter, if it
Fire
starts to rain,
pits, fireplaces.
Yeah.
exactly.
Nice. Is there a better time in the year to contact you guys if someone needs some design done for the backyard? A better time, not so good time? Which time of the year is the best time?
Any time of the year is great. This time of year starts to get a little busier. We do work with a lot of people who live outside of Tucson area. Maybe they have 2 homes. So this time of year does get a little bit busier.
Okay.
But really, any time of year, we're available. If we need to hire more crews to make it happen, then that's what we'll do.
And that's what you do. And one thing that you guys really promote, Andy, your project manager, I know he's a big one on stages. So if you've got this elaborate plan, but you don't have all the money, like our eyes are bigger than our stomachs sometimes, you can do it in stages. Yeah,
Absolutely.
do one stage and then
Nice.
and live with it for a little while, and then move on to the next stage. So you don't have to, you can save your pennies over time and do it stage by stage.
Nice.
We designed your budget. So if you have a champagne budget, we can definitely design to that, but maybe we need to build it on the beer budget.
Yeah.
So we can do all of that.
Okay, so you'll customize according to the preferences, their lifestyle, their budget types, and their time frame. Nice. Now, do you have a website you want to plug?
We do. It is solanaaoutdoorliving.com. And
good.
come up to our design center. We have a big general event that we're hosting on November 14th from 4 to 7.
Okay.
We'd love to invite everybody into that.
Okay, nice. Sounds
That
good.
sounds great. November
Take note
14th.
of the Home Show Award, Best Hall.
There you go.
So, you need your backyard design? From Granite Kitchen and Bath today, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his company, services he offers, and how this whole thing works if you want to install granite into your bathroom, your kitchen, anywhere else.
Or your bar.
Or your bar.
Sure, we'll do that too.
So how long have you been in business then?
We've been in business about 10 years. We pride ourselves on the fact that we stock all of our own slab material on site. You come through, pick out your slab, bring a picture of your kitchen in with dimensions on. We'll give you a price right there on site. We'll come out, do a template, and we can typically turn the kitchen around in about 5 days from the time we template to the time we install.
Wow.
That's one of the quickest turnaround times in Tucson. And it's all under one roof, so you don't have to go to this place and that place to find your slabs because we have it all stocked under our own
all
roof.
there, so you can see all kinds of different selections.
Correct.
Where does your granite come from?
Most of it comes out of Brazil, but another large portion comes out of India.
Wow.
The other stuff is scattered throughout, I guess, Saudi Arabia, Norway, Australia, there's a couple other places, but the bulk of it's either Brazilian or Indian granite.
Wow.
Nice. Now,
Well, I'm
what is
holding this because this is what we have in our kitchen. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. We got on ours what is known as, you do a diamond cut edge, like this, the rough edge. What's that called?
We call it a chisel edge at our shop.
Chiseled edge.
Sure.
It's fabulous.
And so she loves it so much, she's going to hold the sample for the rest of the interview.
Very good.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Sure.
And this might seem like a basic question, but you've got the regular, run-of-the-mill kitchen. Okay, someone comes in, they decide, you know what, we're going to slap some granite on our kitchen top. We're going to get it done out in 5 days. Can you tell me what effect it has on the value of their house just by simply installing the granite?
Well, we actually stock two products. We stock engineered quartz as well as granite. The quartz is a more consistent product and it's non-porous. So some folks that don't want to have any maintenance, they'll install that product. But the granite itself, we push that higher. We probably sell 8 out of 10 kitchens in granite as opposed to the quartz. It just has more character to it, and realtors actually come to us or send folks to us all the time because that's going to help sell that home. It's kind of a luxury attachment, a tag to their home to help them sell that home.
Right, because people walk into the home, they see the kitchen, fall in love with the kitchen. It's like the kitchen and the bathroom are the two most important rooms in the home that actually sell the
remodel
home.
or
right,
yes.
Right. To remodel or
and
take
with
care
granite,
of
you get more of a random pattern, whereas with the engineered quartz, you're going to get more of a, I don't want to say snaggy, it's more of a regular pattern.
We use the term salt and pepper because it's pretty much a very consistent, homogeneous look to it.
Okay.
But everyone's got different tastes. The contemporary look right now that seems to be in vogue, there is a lot of salt and pepper, real white colored tops in quartz, and then they'll use a dark cabinet so you get a big contrast. So that seems to be a very popular combination.
Okay.
But also when you got a large island, a large granite pattern shows off beautifully, and again, something you can enjoy for years to come.
Right, exactly.
Great.
Now, where is your showroom located at?
We're located at 5300 North Casa Grande Highway. We're not in Casa Grande. We're actually right on the frontage road in Tucson. You have to take the frontage road off of Ruthroff Road and head north because the frontage road only goes northbound.
Right.
And we're about a half mile up the road from Ruthroff. And all the slabs are there. You don't need an appointment. Just show up with your drawing, etc. We're pretty easy going over at our shop, so it's very easy to do business.
5 day turnaround.
5 day turnaround.
5 day
Do you have a
turnaround.
website you want to plug?
Website is www.granitetucson.com. It's got some of our samples or edges, also some sinks we have for sale as well, and also a catalog of the work we've done.
Nice. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, you're
And
welcome.
Christian has a painting company.
Yep, we actually have a ceramic exterior wall coating. Basically, it's a permanent coating, and it's a 2-coat system. First, after all prep is completed, we apply the Rhino Shield bonding agent, which would be this application. Then we apply the Rhino Shield top coat, which would be tinted to the client's choice, and that would be the second application.
Okay.
And you said acrylic?
It's actually a ceramic base.
ceramic? Okay.
Yes.
Ceramic.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so hence the name Rhino Shield.
Yeah.
This thing better last a long time. How long does it
Yeah.
last?
The material itself, a couple key things. It's actually backed with a lifetime warranty.
Wow.
And we have actually over 50 dealers worldwide, actually to back the warranty itself. We've done such key projects. We did the Mona Lisa Resort for Disney. We did a project for This Old House. We've been featured multiple times on HGTV also.
Wow.
Okay. Now I notice here on your sign it says reflects 90% of the sun rays.
Yep.
Sun's rays. So does that affect your electric bill?
It basically on the coating itself, it is actually based as an Energy Star rated low E coating. So the material itself, we don't make any crazy claims that it's going to save 80% of your electric bill.
Right.
But the material, compared to conventional paint, there's no other conventional paint on the market that has an Energy Star rating, such as Rhino Shield.
Okay, but this one does.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So even if
Nice.
someone chooses a dark color on their house, it's still going to reflect 90%?
Yep, the material itself, because it is 3M ceramic based, this is the key component of the material. And for us to get an Energy Star rating, to get that stamp of approval is quite unique.
Okay. Now, if I were to ask you cost, this thing
Sure.
is not going to run.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're all getting
I mean,
it. It's not going to
yeah.
cost a normal house paint. to
Correct.
start.
Yeah.
What
just
are we
like
looking at?
yeah, absolutely. Just like anything in life, you get what you pay for.
Right.
We've had some clients that have repainted their home 3 times in 10 years, some twice in 10 years, some once. But with our material cost-wise, we are typically 2.5 times the cost of a licensed painter.
Okay.
That's A, doing quality prep work, and B, using quality conventional paint.
Paint, right.
Yep,
Right.
And then
absolutely.
so you think it offsets with someone who has just standard painting versus someone who has Rhino painting, they're going to have to repaint their house more
Yeah.
often than you would have to with Rhino.
I mean, just the benefits of having the Energy Star rating, the long-term durability of the material. For someone that's looking for a permanent coating and not dealing with the basically repainting, that's where our product definitely fits in with that
So
type
it
of client.
kind of pays for itself in a sense.
Correct.
Kind of saves
So are
in
you
the long
saying
run.
that
Okay.
you don't have to paint your house ever again?
We back it with a lifetime warranty. We have well over 20,000 installs as a company throughout the U.S. and also overseas. And we pass the due diligence of Disney, so we
Well,
feel pretty
if Mickey
confident.
likes it, what
Yeah,
else?
exactly.
If Mickey likes it, right? Leah, what else can you ask for?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so thank you so much for your
All right,
time,
do
Christian.
appreciate it.
Do you have a website you'd like
Yep,
to give us?
rhinoshieldaz.com, and then you can schedule a free appointment at 888-95-RHINO.
Nice. Thank you so much.
All right, appreciate
You
it.
did a good
Thank
job.
you. Excellent.
Thanks, Christian.
Absolutely.
standing with Gwen from Tucson Rolling Shutters, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the company, how long they've been in business, and what it is that you have to offer homeowners.
We've been in business since 1979. We have all our products are retractable, exterior screens, exterior shutters, and interior screens. We have, this is an exterior screen that rolls up and down. It blocks 88 to 95% of the radiant heat and UV. It's a solar screen made of PVC coated fiberglass, which will literally last anywhere from 12 to 14 years. Blocks the sun, blocks the glare, and makes your patio like another room that you can spend hours in.
So you could put, this is like an awning actually that would go on the side of a porch.
Yeah, it's like a screen.
Wow.
It's not it's like a window screen, but only out on your patio or on your window, because
exactly.
Every place in Tucson you get sun.
Right. And what better place to have solar shades?
Right.
You know, some kind of, I mean, you've got to beat the heat somehow. So now you have this for the indoors too, right?
We have interior screens. This is an interior screen. Let's see if we can get this one down. Nope.
And there.
Yeah. Interior.
It's a clapper.
So this is an interior one.
Yes, and this comes in, we have an entire book of interior screen fabrics.
Great.
This fabric, we have a screen, literally a screen fabric. We have translucent fabrics that you can see, get light in, but you can't see in or out. And we have blackout fabrics.
Okay,
so we have
like,
everything.
Do you have a percentage like 3, 7, 10%?
Well, a lot of them are about 5%.
5%.
But we can go up to 10 openness, which allows you to keep your view, and you still can have privacy, because with our screens you can see out during the day, but you can't see in.
That's great.
Yeah.
What does this do then for your energy costs throughout the summer?
It will drop your energy bill, absolutely. Not outside, but if you put these on especially the exterior screen will really help cut your bill, because it's blocking the sun from hitting your glass.
Right.
And that's where once it hits your glass, the heat's in your house. So
Right. Now you also do shades on the inside of the
we
home.
do shutters
that you
also.
and shutters.
Yes.
But on the inside, you can also get it so it's not motorized, correct?
Right. You can do this
the
one.
hand cord.
Right. It's a bead and clutch.
Okay, bead
Yeah.
and clutch. And that's great. You know, if you're on a budget or something, you want to,
Yes, that's a lot.
save a few bucks.
Much less
You can do the
expensive.
bead.
Okay.
So
So
that's
now,
great.
can you direct us to your website?
Well, we have a www.tucsonrollingshutters.com, and you can see all our products on there.
Okay.
And they show different products on different homes, so you can see that also.
And do you have a showroom in town?
We have a showroom on Oracle, 7356 North Oracle.
Great.
And we have 2 manufacturing plants. Jeff and Judy Heelam started this company in Tucson in 1979. They're still the owners. We're a Tucson-based company. We've been here, we have dealers across the country that all the manufacturing is done in Tucson.
Nice.
So
Keeping
it's
it
a local.
Yes. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for joining us today at the S.A.H.B.A. Home Show. Look for it to come up in March. If you have any questions, need further information, go to our website at arizonarealestate.com or go to the S.A.H.B.A. Home Show website. Signing out.
Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Same place, same time, this time next week.
Bye.
Bye.
This is Buzz Dempsey with Nova Home Loans, the Buzz on Mortgages, and this week's tip of the week. We're going to talk this week about credit rescoring, a free service to prospective home buyers. Many lenders have credit services departments that provide prospective borrowers with free credit report analysis. What happens is the lender uses a credit simulation program to suggest actions that the consumer should take to improve their credit score. Once these actions are taken and written documentation is provided to the lender by the borrower, then the consumer's credit is rescored at no cost to the consumer. These actions, such as paying down debt or opening new trade lines, can result in just being able to get a home buyer approved for a loan, or they might even improve the interest rate on the loan by getting a higher credit score. The best thing about this process is the lender is not allowed to charge the borrowers for this type of service. Borrowers should follow the lender's instructions exactly when they're given a suggested course of action. And again, when the borrower does this, their credit is then rescored and many times will make the borrower eligible for a home loan or may even reduce the interest rate they pay on their prospective home loan. This has been Buzz Dempsey with Nova Home Loans and the Buzz on Mortgages with this week's tip of the week. Again, I hope this tip is helpful and hope it gets you a great house at a great interest rate.